Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we shall have the discussion of the important 2 marks questions from the story which is Loaves by O. Henry, and this is in the first semester B.Sc General English. Question number 1. Who is the protagonist of the story which is Loaves? The protagonist is here Miss Martha Mickham. What business does Miss Martha run? She runs a small bakery. How old is Miss Martha? She is 40 years old. What does Miss Martha have in a bank account? She has a credit of $2,000. Why does Miss Martha take an interest in the German customer? She believes he's a poor artist struggling to make a living. Then, what does the German customer buy from Miss Martha's bakery? He buys 2 loaves of stale bread. How much does stale bread cost in the bakery? 2 loaves cost 5 cents. What does Miss Martha observe on the customer's fingers? She notices a red and brown stain, which she assumes is a paint. What does Miss Martha to do do to what does Miss Martha do to confirm her belief that he's an artist? She places a painting in a shop to test his reaction. What does the customer say about the painting? The customer criticizes the balance and the perspective of the painting. That makes her confirm that she's an artist. What does Miss Martha imagine about the customer's life? She imagines he's an artist living in a garret, living in a garret, painting and struggling to survive. Why does Miss Martha hesitate to offer better food to the customer? She fears offending his pride. What special attire does Miss Martha wear to impress the customer? She wears her blue dotted silk vest. What beauty treatment does Miss Martha use? She uses a mixture of quince seeds and borax. What does Miss Martha do to the loaves of the bread one day? She inserts fresh butter into the loaves and she offers this to the artist. Why does Miss Martha add butter to the bread? She hopes to provide the customer with a more satisfying meal. How does the customer react when he discovers the buttered bread? The customer becomes furious and he returns to the bakery angrily. What does the customer shout? He calls her as a meddlesome old cat. He calls Miss Martha as the meddlesome old cat out of anger. Who accompanies the customer when he confronts Miss Martha? A young man who works with his customer with this man. What is the German customer's real occupation? The German customer is really an architectural draftsman. Is an architectural draftsman. Why does the customer need stale bread? He uses this stale bread to erase pencil lines from his architectural drawings. What happened to the customer's work because of the butter? The butter ruined his competition drawing, rendering it, and because of that, this drawing has become useless or unusable. How does Miss Martha feel after learning the truth? She feels ashamed and disheartened. What does Miss Martha do with her blue dotted silk vest? She takes it off and wears her old brown serge dress instead. And the last question, what is the main theme of the story, The Witch's Loaves? The story explores the themes of misunderstanding, good intentions gone awry, good intentions gone, and the consequences of assumptions. So this is how I have tried to gather 25 questions from the story The Witch's Loaves by O. Henry. For 5 marks and 10 marks questions, I suggest you to watch my video on the summary of this story. The links are available in the description box. Thank you so much for watching this video.